David Rovics, the musical version of Democracy Now!
I think so, yeah. Let me tell you the story of 100 ships traversing the great big sea, moving the riches of the world in large ships owned by the captains of industry. They were heading to places like Amsterdam, London, and LA, but they had to change their plans a bit when they were held up on the way. Here's to the pirates of Somalia, sailing the ocean blue. Here's to the pirates of Somalia, I'll raise a Jolly Roger to you. Just sing along so you got the chorus now, okay? Hot Harry is a town of fishermen, living lives of hardship and toil. But today they had a really good catch, 2 billion barrels of oil. They travel with the Pirate's Handbook, doing what's just and fair, taxing the robber barons and taking their rightful share. Here's to the pirates of Somalia, sailing the ocean blue. Here's to the pirates. Here's to the pirates of Somalia, I'll raise a Jolly Roger to you. Well, there are those who don't like pirates, but I think they're just great. I only wish that I could shake their hands and say, good job, mate. I only wish that I could join them on the seas, keep those tankers at bay, tax the corporations and give the rest away. Here's to the pirates of Somalia, sailing the ocean blue. Here's to the pirates of Somalia, I'll raise a Jolly Roger to you. Here's to the pirates of Somalia, sailing the ocean blue. Here's to the pirates of Somalia, I'll raise a Jolly Roger to you. This next one is a seeming geographical impossibility, but it is a song about how the Great Northeast became the Great Southwest. In 3 years it happened. We had something like that happen in Jutland too. True story. Another sing along. That's a song with a chorus by the folk definition anyway. My name is John Riley. I'll have your ear only a while. I left my dear home in Ireland. It was death, starvation, or exile. When I got to America, it was my duty to go, enter the army and slog across Texas to join in the war against Mexico. And it was there in the pueblos and hillsides that I saw the mistake I had made. Part of a conquering army with the morals of a bayonet blade. And there amidst all these poor dying Catholics, screaming children, the burning stench of it all, myself and 200 Irishmen decided to rise to the call. From Dublin City to San Diego, we witnessed freedom denied. So we formed the St. Patrick Battalion, and we fought on the Mexican side. We formed the St. Patrick Battalion, and we fought on the Mexican side. We marched neath the green flag of St. Patrick, emblazoned with Erin Goldrock, right with the harp and the shamrock, and Libertad para la Republica. Just 50 years after Wolf Tone, 5,000 miles away, the Yanks called us a legion of strangers. their volunteers were raping the nuns. In Monterey and Cerro Gordo, we fought on as Ireland's sons. We were the red-headed fighters for freedom, midst these brown-skinned women and men. Side by side we fought against tyranny, and I dare say we do it again. From Dublin City to San Diego, we witnessed freedom denied. So we formed the St. Patrick's Battalion, and we fought on the Mexican side. We formed the St. Patrick's Battalion, and we fought on the Mexican side. In 5 major battles, Churubusco was the last. Overwhelmed by the cannons from Boston, we fell after each mortar blast. Most of us died on that hillside at the service of the Mexican state. So far from our occupied homeland, we were heroes and victims of fate. From Dublin City to San Diego, we witnessed freedom denied. So we formed the St. Patrick's Battalion, and we fought on the Mexican side. From Dublin City to San Diego, we witnessed freedom denied. So we formed the St. Patrick's Battalion, and we fought on the Mexican side. We formed the St. Patrick's Battalion, and we fought on the Mexican side. I grew up on this mountain, came back here to dwell, maybe have a family, plant some corn and dig a well. I was all done with the army, back from Vietnam, where I learned how to hold a rifle and how to set a bomb. I grew up on this mountain, it's in my very soul. So when the company moved next door, started digging for the coal, tearing up the mountain with drillers and drag lines. I knew then what needed to happen to those mines. 10, 9, 8, sometimes that's just how it goes. 3, 2, 1, get out before it blows. On duty through the night, I stepped gently on the ground, stayed well out of sight. I tied sticks to the equipment, set the timer on, and I knew that in 10 seconds those dozers would be gone. 10, 9, 8, sometimes that's just how it goes. 3, 2, 1, get out before it blows. Best, and I figured I did my small part to make the world free in my humble manner in East Tennessee. 10, 9, 8, sometimes that's just how it goes. 3, 2, 1, get out before it blows. 10, 9, 8, sometimes that's just how it goes. 3, 2, 1, get out before before it blows. Jesus turned water into wine. On the 10-year anniversary of a massacre of children, they thought it was a good idea to massacre some children. Anyone in the South, I heard Ehud Olmert say, everyone's a target and may be killed today. And if your homes have turned to rubble, they may be pulverized some more, because 2 soldiers have been captured. We got to settle up the score. 100,000 homes leveled to the ground. Every olive branch on offer, burned where it was found. Every chance at dialogue, rejected right on cue. If you're going to burn your bridges, you might as well bomb them too. They even bombed the prison, where they used to torture fighters, where they had the dogs and leashes, cigarettes and lighters, where they were kept shackled, not allowed to stand, where they torched the forests, turned them into sand. The entire world watches, a few thousand demonstrate, governments take action, all too little or too late, all the telephones are ringing in case you couldn't read the signs. This is the IDF, and you're in the firing line. Condoleezza came to visit for about an hour. She thought it was a party, some kind of baby shower. She said these were the birth pangs of a brand new morn. But in the hospitals today, all the babies were stillborn. The stars and stripes among the ruins say where they were made, in case anybody wonders about all that military aid, in case anybody wonders about the mines around the farms, or why so many toddlers are missing legs and arms, or why so many wonder exactly what was meant by wiping out our homes and then sending us a tent. Or why, if you ask them, who is Nasrallah? They'll tell you, he's our leader, and we all are Hezbollah. They're all getting drunk and having Christmas markets, singing Christmas songs. It's one of the things that unites everybody, it seems, in Scandinavia. So a friend of mine from Norway said, well, given that Scandinavians really like Christmas and they also really like pirates, how about writing a song that combines the 2 themes? And then he said he'd make an animation and we'd get rich and famous. He hasn't finished the animation yet, but I'm sure we'll be rich and famous afterwards. A song like this. Santa and his elves lived on the North Pole, making toys to take the kids around the earth. Worked hard to try to fill the orders. Then they flew the toys from Portland out to Perth. Then the whole economy collapsed, and everyone was getting fired. Santa said it's time to close the workshop. Santa said more urgent measures are required. Santa saddled up his reindeer, and with the skull and bones unfurled, Santa went and joined the pirates for the good of the children of the world. Santa flew down to the Gulf of Aden, looking for a good ship to attack. The crew gave up without a fight. Santa put the toys all in a sack. Santa headed to Moldova, gave out everything, and then he flew back to the Gulf of Aden to go and do it all again. Santa saddled up his reindeer, and with the skull and bones unfurled, Santa went and joined the pirates for the good of the children of the world. Navies tried to catch him, but Santa always got away. Like Robin Hood with superpowers, there upon his flying sleigh. Eventually they got him in a helicopter raid, but not before he inspired many more to take up of the pirate train. Santa saddled up his reindeer, and with the skull and bones unfurled, Santa went and joined the pirates for the good of the children of the world. Santa saddled up his reindeer, and with the skull and bones unfurled, Santa went and joined the pirates for the good of the children of the world. They were old when I was young, now they've all but passed away. Now it's just a second-hand memory of the day when from all around the world they sailed off to Spain to fight against the fascists, where so many men were slain. Who will recall the days when they all stood side by side, now that the last Lincoln veteran died? Beside Martin Luther King, or in a veterans parade, you could see the men who joined the battle, that joined the 15th Brigade. When men of many nations, of most every creed and hue, Catholics and Protestants, atheists and Jews, joined together in the trenches to turn back the fascist tide, now that the last Lincoln veteran died. The working class of many nations joined in a desperate bid with what weapons they could find. They fought to save Madrid from Brussels and Berlin, Galway and London town. Who will recall the brigadistas who tried to keep the fascists down? There beside the Spanish people, even the figs and olives cry, now that the last Lincoln veteran died. The Republic had the people, but the fascists had the tanks. Il Duce and Der Fuhrer deserve only some of Franco's thanks, 'cause the fuel to move the armor came from the USA, and the men that they gunned down were from New York and Frisco Bay. Uncle Sam said he was neutral. Who will remember how he lied, now that the last Lincoln veteran died? Some say people get conservative the older that they age. They say that being radical is just a youthful phase, but the finest communist I've known lived to 95, and he spent his whole life fighting for humanity to thrive. To forget these fallen heroes is something I cannot abide, now that the last Lincoln veteran died. Now that the last Lincoln veteran died. There's a valley in Spain called It's a place that we all know so well. It was there that we gave of our manhood, where so many of our brave comrades fell. When the world has gone crazy and it's all becoming clear, when they're gunning down our comrades and it seems the end is near, as they're loading up the launchers for the tear gas grenades, we can take off our bandanas and kiss behind the barricades. When it's madness all around and you can see this at a glance, we will sing and we will cry, we will laugh and we will dance, as they shout their marching orders beneath the helicopter blades. We shall seize the moment for a kiss behind the barricades. They will try to break our spirit, and at times they may succeed, but our love for the world is stronger than their greed. When the building is surrounded and hope begins to fade, in my final hour, a kiss behind the barricades. As the movement grows, there will be hills and bends, but at the center of the struggle are your lovers and your friends. And the more we hold each other up, the less we can be swayed. Here's to love and solidarity and a kiss behind the barricades. They claim their planet's dying, that soon it's gonna blow. They're moving here. They say they've nowhere else to go. With their strange computer voices and their one eye on a pole, they're moving in next door, and then they're signing on the dole. Asylum-seeking Daleks are landing here at noon. Why can't we simply send them back or stick them on the moon? It says here in the Daily Mail they're moving in to stay. The loony lefties let them in. The middle class will pay. They claim that they're not terrorists. That doesn't wash with me. The last time I saw one, I hid weeks behind the settee. Good Lord, they're pink with purple bumps. There's photos of them here. Not just extraterrestrial, the fucking things are queer. Yes, homosexual Daleks. And they're sponging off the state with huge Arts Council grants to teach delinquents how to skate. It's all here in the paper. I better tell the wife, for soon they will exterminate our British way of life. This satire on crass ignorance and tabloid-fostered fear is at an end. Now let me make one message, loud and clear. Golf course, shop floor, or BNP, smash bigotry and hate. Asylum seekers, welcome here. You racists, emigrate. In 16